So, yeah. So, you know, we've had such a wonderful talk here. So, let's see. A member of local chapter 802 since 1966. What a journey this has been for you. You've been in the union all those years.
Musicians in New York that work in New York are all members of Local 802.
That's amazing.
It's a question of when they started.
Crystal Sound was right down the street from Local 47 on Vine Street in Los Angeles. He used to get all of the Motown symphony players. They'd come from the union and they would play over at Crystal years ago. But to me, that's just a remarkable accomplishment, you know, and it speaks volumes just by saying Local 802 since 1966. What more can you say? What's next for you?
Well, first of all,
just
let me start with this.
Sure.
I think there are a lot of great musicians that are not in the union, that do other kinds of gigs that you don't have to be in the union, that have had a career as long as I've had a career. So I think the great thing about the union, is if we do something from the union, we're not going to get screwed. If we do something not from the union, we have a potential of getting screwed with no recourse whatsoever. And all of us musicians who are members of the union do things union and do things non-union, because whatever the phone rings, that's what we'll do.
Because that's what you do. You're
Correct.
here for the music.
Correct.
Which is
Correct.
great. That's what I love about you. You know, when I get a call from you saying, just let me know, and if I'm available, I'll come and play
Let me
with
know.
you.
Are you kidding? I'm the guy that, you know.
Absolutely. I'm trying to get the girls. I've been saying to Rhonda and Lee, we got to have Johnny come and play bass with us, you know, when we start putting a band together.
Well, when that time comes, great, but it
Yeah.
sounds great just the way you guys have it now.
Thank
It sounds
you.
great the way you guys have it now.
So what's next for you? Is there anything new on the horizon that you want to try, or what are the next steps here for you along your
Well,
journey?
a number of years, about 2-3 years ago, I said there's one style of music that, there's only one style of music that I haven't done since college, and I really enjoy doing it, and that's symphonic work. So I've been playing with an orchestra, which has been unbelievably great, and started to take bass lessons again.
No kidding.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Uh,
Wow.
So, you know, it's funny when people talk about bucket lists, and most people talk about, certainly my wife talks about, you know, I want to go visit, fill in the blanks and stuff. She wants to travel and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I keep telling her she married the wrong guy, because from traveling from the Upper West Side to the Berkshires is perfect for me.
That's enough traveling for you.
Perfect. I mean, I will go, when I did a lot of gigs with Peter and Paul, and you know,
I saw that you
so
were doing that
I you know,
Paul's
as Connie will say, you know, when I get a call for a gig that I got to travel with, count me in. But and wherever I do go, a couple of vacations we have gone on, I always take my bass with me, always. One time when
You take your bass everywhere with you, though, don't you? You always have your bass.
when we were in Turks and Caicos. First night we were there at the hotel, there was a reggae band, and believe it or not, a reggae band without a bass player.
Oh, wow.
Hard to believe.
Yeah, that is hard to believe.
But these guys were like the real deal. As soon as I heard them, I went back to the room, even took the bass out of the case, walked up to them while they were playing with my bass in chord, plugged into an amp, didn't ask, started playing, and after the first bar, they turned around with the biggest smile ever. I played with them. I played all week long with them. Accents were so thick I couldn't understand a word they were saying. And anything they asked, I would just say, Yaman. I have no idea what they were asking me. And that to me is loads of fun.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, that was how we started. I mean, I'll never
That's right.
I will
Same.
never forget
That's
being
right.
at number 10, and I kept getting these requests for Leonard Cohen songs, which were in my set anyway. And then as I was taking a break, you tugged on my elbow, and
Yes.
you said you had your bass with you,
Yes.
and that was the start of it.
Yes.
And you know, it's
But I'll
been
tell you something.
wonderful.
Great credit to you, and great credit to, great credit to everybody, really. It's a very courageous thing when someone says, "Come on, bring your bass." Because I've had many situations where people have said, "Thanks, but no thanks," in a much nicer way of saying it, and I can understand it completely. They do original tunes. They're used to playing. They have their own band, but this time they just want to play by themselves and stuff like that. So I make it clear to them, no problem whatsoever. And I've had a couple of times recently at the Red Lion Inn
Oh, really?
where I've gone up to some people who didn't know me at all, and I made it clear to them. I said, guys, you know, your music sounds great. I'd love to sit in with you, and I guarantee you won't be disappointed.
That's what you said to me.
Correct.
Absolutely.
And some of them
perfect.
have said, and I say, no problem. I love it. I'm going to stay here and listen to you anyway, regardless, because I just love what you guys are doing. And some people will say, no thanks. Some people will say, well, why do you wait until the last set and maybe the last song? Whatever they say, I'm fine with wherever they're going to go.
Right.
There aren't that many people like you and David Grover that will say,
Come on up.
come on up.
In and
Because you
let's
can always
play.
say after one tune, thank you so much.
Sure.
Because you got to be it's a very courageous thing to do. You don't know if someone's going to overplay. I would think that's the biggest concern. Are they going to make it about them? As opposed to, are they going to be unbelievably supportive, go where I go, and just blend in with it?
Sure. Well, that's always been an easy thing for me because I have very little ego,
Right.
and what's there is always checked. So
That always helps.
yeah, it definitely does. Well, I have to say, this
There's
has.
one more story that you might like.
Oh, okay, absolutely.
You might not even know about it.
Oh, okay, sure. I think there's a lot that I don't know about. I mean,
But here's one that's really wacky doodle.
okay.
You are talking to the person who is the singer on the soundtrack of a movie called Deep Throat.
Seriously?
Seriously. Wow. You want to hear that story?
Yes, I do. I saw that movie in Hollywood. I did. I went to see that movie.
Great story.
1979. I went to 79 or 80. I went to see that movie in Hollywood. Yes.
I get a call around 5 o'clock at night from a guy named Jerry. I don't know who Jerry is. Jerry says, can you get together a small rhythm section? I have this independent movie. I need you to book a studio, and can you be there at 7 o'clock? I said, no problem whatsoever. Call up my friend Bob on guitar, my friend Stan on piano, who also plays saxophone, and Jimmy Young, drummer, who also works at a recording studio. Get the studio, we all show up at 7 o'clock. Jerry has no music whatsoever. I say, what do you have in mind? He said, well, let me tell you what the first scene is. I need, what did he say the first scene? Yeah, he said, I need some kind of just bump and grind music, and I said, it's, I said, okay. So we go in and I said, guys, shuffle in the key of E. And then he stops, he says, hold on 1 second. I need a particular ending. I said, what's the ending? He said, well, I need it to sound kind of like water gushing out of a hose. So I, of course, being as literal as I am, I figure it's a landscaping scene or something.
Right.
So I turn to Bob, the guitar player, I say, when I give you a nod, just give me a high thing. It's great. Jimmy goes into the control room, hits record, runs out. I go, here we go. 1, 2, dunk, 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 do, do, dunk, do. Jerry's in the other room going, great, I love it, I love it. Dunk, dunk. And then Jerry, this is no stopwatch, no time code, no video. He's going, 5, 4, 3, 2. I turn to Bob. Perfect, that's it, done. First take, done. Next thing, same kind of thing. He tells me kind of what the style sort of is and stuff. Sometimes I'll scratch out some chord changes. Everything we did first take.
That's amazing. And no time code and no
time
video,
code,
no
nothing.
nothing.
No nothing.
Oh my
And
God.
he's just loving it. Whatever he did. He said one time he said there's a scene with can you do the Coca-Cola theme? The one that was I'd like to teach the world. Okay. I said, no problem. We do that. There was a song, I said, I think maybe he said or something, Mickey and Sylvia's Love is Strange. Down, 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 love, down, 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 love is strange. Okay. By now, we're kind of realizing that it's probably some kind of an adult movie.
An adult movie,
Okay?
yes.
That's all we know.
Right.
That's all we know.
Right.
But there's nothing seedy at all going on. And Jerry's a charming guy. We're having a wonderful time.
Right.
And then I see, as we're recording, I see Jerry's looking over his shoulder, looking at his watch, looking at his coat, and I said, Jerry, is everything okay? He said, well, the singer was supposed to be here about 2 hours ago. And I said to him, now we're all sort of having a great time. I said, Jerry, I'm the Mel Torme of orgasm. You don't have to worry about anything.
The Mel Torme of orgasm. I love it. Oh,
So
good Lord.
we go in, I put the headphones on, and I make this stuff up. Make it up as I'm going along. One take, he loves it, moving on. So we had something that we call the love theme. Deep throat. Oh yeah, I said there was, he said, I need some kind of theme, something. So I said, guys, let's do a waltz. And I wrote out some chord changes for them. Okay. I'm putting on the headphones. I don't know what I'm going to say. Didn't write anything down. Totally spontaneous.
Wow.
Deep throat, deeper than deep your throat. Deep throat, that's all she wrote. Don't row a boat, don't get your goat. Deep throat. Just something. I'm figuring the singer's going to come. They're going to delete everything I've done and use the right kind of thing and stuff. The Coca-Cola theme. I said, Jerry, what's happening in the Coca-Cola that you want the Coca-Cola theme? He said, well, Linda Lovelace, they put a test tube between her legs, and she and the doctor, with flexible straws, are sipping Coke out of her. I said, roll the tape. I'd like to take a little sip from where you used to pee. I love it, I love it. I figured he's going to delete all this stuff. All of that is on the soundtrack.
On the soundtrack.
Now, being the smart, shrewd businessman that I am, I insisted that I get $25 more for singing.
Oh, not points.
No, that's it. We had no
Not a
idea what the thing was.
percentage of the movie,
We had no idea what
nothing.
the thing was going to be.
Oh, Lord.
And for years, I would see things, or people would tell me there were things on the internet. Who's doing the singing of this and stuff? So it's only recently that I've started telling everybody I'm the guy.
You're the guy.
Yeah.
That is so funny. Oh my goodness.
These are the things that can happen in New York City with musicians.
Happen. Wow. So that was actually recorded in New York City then. It wasn't recorded out in Los Angeles.
A year ago, I got a phone call it was Jerry Damiano. He was the director and a writer. I got a phone call from Jerry's kids who want to make a documentary about the making of the movie and stuff.
Oh, isn't that interesting? Wow. Wow. Very good. Well, you're one of the originals, so that's perfect. So, can you tell me about your interactions with Andrew Lloyd Webber? You did get a chance to work with him?
I worked on 2 shows of his. Did I work closely with him? No. First of all, I think Andrew Lloyd Webber is a bloody genius. I mean, anyone that can write tunes that are in people's DNA so quickly once they hear it, that are part of just the culture and stuff, and there isn't anyone in the world that doesn't know memories.
That's right.
I mean, you got to be a genius to write stuff like that.
Does he always work with Tim Rice as a lyricist, or does he work with different lyricists?
Because I know different people and stuff. Yeah. But no, it's been a real honor to work on some of his shows.
That's great. I'm glad you had that experience. Jesus Christ Superstar is very near and dear to my heart, as growing up a Catholic girl in Westchester, and just sort of coming up 5th, 6th grade was when that musical came out.
We had a great time putting that show together. A great time.
The music is phenomenal for that. When I was starting off as a folk singer, I Don't Know How to Love Him was in my repertoire. I've been playing that song since I was in the 6th grade.
Did you ever know, it might be before your time, a folk singer named Barbara Dane?
No.
And a folk singer named Judy Roderick?
That name is really familiar. I don't think I ever met Judy, but the name is very familiar.
Some of the Spider John Kerner?
No.
John Hammond Jr.?
Yes, absolutely.
All the people are the other people that I played with.
Those are your contemporaries when you were starting then.
Well, those are the people that all played at the Canterbury House. Right.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I was a little kid then, but that's pretty remarkable.
Loads of fun.
Well, I want to thank you for sharing your musical journey with me.
You're
today.
more than welcome. Loads of fun.
This has been absolutely delightful. You're absolutely delightful, fascinating, and like I say, you really are like Merlin the magician. There's so many things that you do and can do, and you're just so humble, and really, I appreciate you being so real.
I'm just another schmagegi bass player that wants the phone to ring.
Schmagegi, huh? Oh,
yeah.
There's a nickname. Hey, schmagegi. I like that.
All us musicians, we just want the phone to ring.
Absolutely. Don't we all want the phone to
ring? We want the phone to ring.
That's the truth, yeah. And that's funny, what you said about vacations. I'm not really into it either. I just want to do my music and have the phone ring. And for me, a trip down to Westchester and back to the Berkshires is far enough also.
Right, yes.
Thank you so much, John. I really appreciate you.
A great time.